Hey everybody, good to see you again. We're going to do a real simple and quick recipe today, just something I wanted to knock out. What happened was I had these apples that were going bad, and I'm going to waste them. So what we're going to do is we're going to dehydrate them. This is super simple, and this is a good snack for later, or you can put it up, and these dehydrated apples will last at least 3 or 4 years if you store them properly. So it's a good snack if you're in a bad situation. You're limited on food, you have small children, you want to give them something to munch on. This is good for you. All the vitamins and nutrients are still in it. And so that's what we're going to work on today. So let's get busy. I did wash the apples. And so I'm going to start by just coring them, cutting them into quarters, and cleaning them up. Some of these apples, you just got to make sure they're not too bad. So this one, no good. The outside blemishes don't matter a whole lot. It's just if you have something that you want to make sure you don't have any bacteria, wash them. You could soak them in vinegar for a minute if you want to make sure that they're super clean. But I actually didn't buy these too long ago, so I'm just not going to eat them in time. So I wanted to go ahead and dehydrate them for a little snack. This is a super quick and easy snack. Something to do. It's about 7, 8 o'clock here, so this will take you about 24 hours to dehydrate, so it's going to be perfect. Just take out any blemishes. Usually want to quarter them and then cut them into 1/4-inch slices so they can dehydrate evenly. Of course, your other option is to, you can can these and they'll last a lot longer. And then you have fruit. We'll do some canning later on. My wife and I will do a video on canning and can some fruits and vegetables, and I really want to can some meat. Trying to be super careful. This knife I'm using is extremely sharp. I've cleaned 3 deer with it, and then just cut a ton of stuff up, and it's still razor sharp. It's called Caveman Style is the brand, and I'll plug it just because I use it, and it's just probably the best knife I've ever had. So just gotta be super careful, because it'll cut you. Well, there's a couple that aren't coming back. Okay. Gonna rinse these one more time. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're just gonna start layering them. We're gonna layer them, and I've got a 4-tray dehydrator, so I think I'll have enough. Now, if you really want them to look good, you want them to put your picture in the food magazine, you can soak these in lemon water for about 30 minutes, and they'll maintain their color without turning brown during the dehydration process. But I have a feeling that these won't last very long. Piece of a seed. But you want to leave enough space between them that the air can move freely. I'm going to let these dehydrate overnight, but if you're doing it during the day, you can rotate the trays also. So we're going to set that again, turn it on, and then we'll come back tomorrow morning and they'll be good to go. Beef jerky we made yesterday really turned out really good. And then these are the Doomsday rations that we did on our first video. So if you want to go out, go check those videos out. These are super easy recipes, something that's going to sustain you. For some reason, if the grocery stores aren't open or you need to get by for a couple days, typically the channel's called Prepare to Live. So you need to be prepared to, if something happens, a post-apocalyptic event, a storm, hurricane, wherever you're at, whatever happens, you need to be prepared to stay home for 90 days. That's a gallon of water per person per day. That's a half a gallon to drink and another half for hygiene. And then you want to be able to consume at least 1,500 calories a day to maintain your strength, your stamina, your focus. And so we'll come back and check it out in the morning. Thank you. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Hey everybody, we're back. It's been 24 hours since we put these sliced apples in the dehydrator. and they turned out pretty good. They're nice and crispy. These apples weren't super sweet to begin with, that's why I had so many left over. But they are going to be a good snack, something to put up, snack on later. You can drop an oxygen absorber in this jar that I'm using. Of course, I don't have the right lid. You could use a regular canning lid and add an oxygen absorber, and these things will last 4 or 5 years. I've got a can in there right now that I did 10 years ago, and the lid hasn't popped on it. And it's actually it's apple slices, so I need to pop that open on camera and see how they taste. But all you have to do is let your dehydrator, I just unplugged this thing a little while ago, let these apples cool off. When they cool off, they'll crisp up, and it's just a little healthy snack. Like I said, if you're in a situation and you have small children and they don't understand what's going on, they don't understand why you can't just go to the fridge and open the fridge anytime you want, or why we can't just grab some ice cream out of the freezer. This is something that'll suffice for a little while, and it's super easy, and but really the purpose of the entire Prepared to Live channel is to kind of get you thinking outside the box and start thinking what you need to get by on if something were to happen and you woke up one day and the electricity didn't come back on, or the grocery stores, the shelves were empty. Within 72 hours of an emergency, they say the first 24 hours people are generally pretty good because they still expect that help's on its way. But after 3 days, typically most people are starting to figure out that help ain't coming. After a week, it's going to get really dangerous. So you have a 24-hour time span to figure out what you're going to do in the first 24 hours. If you're watching the news and you know something crazy is going to go down, then you should already have a plan in place. You should have a plan in place regardless. But you've got about 24 hours in a serious national emergency, post-apocalyptic event to make a move. So you've got to decide whether you're going to stay home or whether you got to go. And if you decide you got to go, you need to be loaded and rolling within 24 hours after that. Especially if you live in a major metropolitan area, the roads are going to be impassable, and cars will be broken down. Of course, gas stations are going to be out of fuel, no water, no food, and so you need to have a plan in place, and you need to have food to take with you, food and water. And so the purpose of this channel is to start getting you to think about that kind of stuff, because there is going to come a time when the lights don't work, the power doesn't work, the water shut off, and something really bad is going to happen, and you just want to be prepared. If I can help you, the more people I can help start thinking and prepare, then the less chaos is going to be. So if you're ready, or if you're prepared, then you're one less person that I have to worry about, or some other person's got to worry about. Because when it all goes down and you have little kids that are hungry, even the nicest father will do what it takes to take care of his family. And so I'm trying to catch you before that happens. And so the main thing is to, before anything else, just you need to be prepared, and you need to make sure you're ready to make heaven, and make sure your soul's prepared first. And so I don't know, what you might believe in the pre-trib rapture, you may believe in the post-trib or mid-trib. Leave me some comments. Let me know what you think's going to happen. Leave some comments on this video, and let me know what you think the most likely event that is going to happen. EMP attack, a nuclear war, World War III. Let me know what you think. I'd love to get some feedback from you and just kind of see where you stand. Anyway, so this is our apples. You can hear them, nice and crispy. And we'll get another video up in a couple days. We'll figure out what we can do, and we'll start getting a little bit more active on some things and start thinking some fresh ideas. Until then, we'll see you next time. Just be prepared to live. Adios.